Alright there, so here we are again. Slightly different format. I'm going to run some basic tutorials with a voiceover. Maybe work, maybe won't work. Let me know what you think. It's aimed at a mate of mine. His son's just started skating recently, so I want to encourage him, and also to remind everyone that don't run before you can walk. Instill the basics, and you'll have a solid foundation. I'm learning. I'm 50 something, and I'm not great at skateboarding. I just want to have fun. I'm sure a lot of you like that. So these little tutorials are going to go from pushing to dropping in, and then on to trying your first ollies with the little steps I find that help me in between, and things I've got to practice too. So if it causes any or helps any encouragement, great. Speaking of encouragement, nice segue. I'd really like it if you would subscribe and give me a thumbs up and let me know I'm doing something right. That would be great. So yeah, enjoy these. Hopefully there'll be more regular videos. I keep saying it, and I'm trying. Bear with, be patient. We've all got busy lives. And most importantly though, if you're thinking about skating, stop thinking about it, start doing it. It's a great community and it's good fun. And if you're getting back into skateboarding, take it easy and don't beat yourself up. It's just, you know, that's trying to run before you can walk and thinking we're 20 when we're not is a road to anguish. We don't want any anguish, we just want to have laughs. All right, cheers, enjoy. Right then, here we go with pushing basics. Get your foot straight on the board. Let's put it on the line, make sure it looks really easy. Come on now, people. Let's just start at the start. So that's where your foot's going to go, right down the middle of the board, not to one side or the other, and just see your bolts in front of your toes. If you go too far forward or to the right or left, it's obviously going to be unbalanced. Last thing you want to do is pitch over the front. So just see those bolts poking out, giving you a little wink. Nice and straight, don't wiggle your knee left, right. Keep it nicely in line so everything's balanced, running straight through the middle of the board and straight through the middle of that truck. When that feels comfortable and you're ready to push, get yourself in position, look ahead, look where you want to go and push. See, I had a little wiggle there on my ankle, doesn't matter, pulled it back together again, and then keep your knees bent, keep your centre of gravity nice and low, and you'll be absolutely solid and set on the board as you're pushing, no problem. Let's keep heading around the park, have a look from a different angle, notice the front foot swivel, get that pointing straight, ready to push, and then swivel back into position again. Heels just hanging off the back of the board, balls above the board, push in. This may all seem very basic to some people, but you know, we all start somewhere, and if you can get confident doing this, everything else seems easier. You know, just rolling. At the end of the day, essentially that's what skateboarding is. It's just rolling, carving, and enjoying the terrain and the movement. So don't knock it, just practice it. Okay, yeah. So, and again, just keep those knees bent, keep that centre of gravity low, and balls above the board. Sweet. Let's keep going. Oh, little manuals. Just enjoy the balance, trying to feel the balance out. Over the pump bumps best you can. And we're pushing through. Keep practicing. You can tell how good a skater is really by how they push, and I always loved Tommy Guerrero's bit in Public Domain. There's just this clip where he comes off the curb and the way he pushes and looks up the street, man, so stylish. All I ever wanted was like, I want to look like that when I'm pushing. Obviously I don't here. Maybe I'll do someday, and maybe I did in the past, but you know, that was my aspiration and that was my inspiration. So yeah, just stylish. It can be really stylish, even just as something simple as pushing. And there we go. So once you've got a nice solid push, it can help you stopping and starting. So here we are, nice and balanced, heel drag, controlled. And let's just have a look coming towards. Good strong pushes. Obviously I'm exaggerating that to make it look obvious. I don't constantly push my way around the park like an absolute dweeb, totally over exaggerating everything. Unless of course you want to. I'll put it on the line again, help you see how we line it all up. So it's toes, knees and shoulders with hips and heels. That's how I always think about getting lined up, and then get your head over your board leg, keep it all lined up, and then you should be nicely balanced. That wasn't there, my head went, now it's over the board, much better. we go. Okay, I'll show you what an exaggerated push looks like from the side. Boom, but you get that balance, up and down, up and down. Here we go, getting lined up. I'm just going to do a quick push towards the camera. 1, 2, that's quite fast enough for most things. Away we go. 3, 4. Yep, ripping along now, up the big quarter. Here we come back again. See, nice and easy, straightforward stuff, isn't it? And again, so here we come. Don't neglect the basics. And a heel drag. Again, that balance helps with all of that stuff. Next thing we're going to look at is carve turns. Use your shoulder to guide your carve around. So lead shoulder will guide the carve around, and we're starting to use our weight distribution, heels and toes, to get the board to turn using the trucks. Again, this comes down to loose or strong trucks, or tight trucks rather. I'm about 95, 96 kilos at the moment, far too heavy. I've got hard bushings in my slappy trucks. People prefer different things, and I tighten them up so they're just not giving me any wheel bite too easily. If you do tighten your trucks up too much though, it can negate that kind of finesse of balance, and you won't be able to turn. So again, 2 pushes, and then I'm sitting into it, carving into it, weight through the heels or through the toes, and lead with that shoulder. I like front side carve turns because you kind of feel like you're sitting down into them, and the faster you go, it feels more and more secure. You can use that centrifugal force. There we go, good touch of ground, feel a bit surfy. I'm not a surf skater. No, thank you. Not for me. But you know, each their own. I'm not gonna knock it. Look at the speed. Whoosh, like a whirlwind. Right, so that's carving, carve turns. No lifting of the wheels, just toe and heel edge. Practice that. Let's have a look at it round the park. Heel edge, toe edge. Over the pump bumps. Keep those knees bent. Heel edge, toe edge. There's your mate that. Fading the body over the cones. Everyone's learning. Right, let's have a look at calves on transition. They are all 4 wheels down. Nice arced calves. Sit front side, same thing, keep the wheels down. When you're going into a roll in, you want to go as quickly as you feel comfortable with. That way, when you do go over the lip of the roll in, the sudden speed transition change doesn't, the acceleration doesn't throw you off, so it's better to be travelling a little quicker going in there. Just commit down, bend your knees. Kick turn on that one, there's a reason for that. I want to show that you can turn a little tight with a kick turn, but it does sap your speed somewhat. However, it's important to have them in your bag and be comfortable to be able to kick turn on a wall in case you need to turn down if you run out of speed. I'm not the fastest on that front side there. Still something I'm working on, front side kick turns. So here we come again, down the roll in, pumping down, up, pump through, all 4 wheels stay down. Little kick turn on that one. Probably unnecessary to be fair. Okay, bend the knees, keep your knees bent. Let's talk about that. Always keep your knees bent, it's important. We ride around looking stiff as stiff can be. Maybe after you've done your trick or whatever, you can kind of pose off once you're good enough. But for me, keep your knees bent, keep that centre of gravity low, and keep those knees soft when you're landing. So let's just keep in line again, stepping on the board, keep your balance. Not too much weight over my heels, so heels and toes. When you're coming up to do a trick or something, you want to try and keep that board as flat as possible, unless the trick needs you to carve into it. Stay balanced. Pop a little ollie like that and then land down soft. That's what a fat bloke ollieing looks like. So on to kick turns. Let's look at the crack. You've got to have some crack at the skate park. Nobody's happy without the crack. So we're going to use these as markers. If you haven't got them, figure something out. You know, get a bit of tape or a bit of chalk, or just scratch something with a stick if necessary. and then give yourself a marker to turn onto. So we're going to go round 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. That's the plan. No, I don't push Mongo, just trying to show what I'm planning to do with the board. Imagine that I've got 2 feet on it. We'll have a look in a minute. It'll go like that, in clunk. So we lift it up, put it down, way on, way off. That's not a very good angle, so we need to find a better angle than this, don't we? And hurry up, Dunk, sort it out, wobbling about. There we go, that's better. Still posing. Okay, so we're off, we're going to do 90 degrees. Wobbled off the line straight away. Try and find a nice rhythm, weight on, weight off. Commit your shoulder round, get the 90 degrees. It's not a race. If you need to put your hand out, put it out, and you can look just like a teapot like me and mince your way around the park. Everybody's happy with that. Yeah, if it helps just to get that balance, to get that idea of direction, and to really help you bring your shoulder around and commit it round. Lifting up and try and put those wheels down on the marker or the trucks. Here I am trying to do a little slide. Again, I'm imagining if I can push those back wheels up onto the coping, popping it up. That's what's happening in my mind. Also in my mind, I look cool. But we've got to learn. Everyone's got to learn. So you're going to do backside, and you should certainly think about doing front side. My front side turns are way weaker than my backside turns. It's often the case. You know, I think the majority of people feel that. I'm jealous of those people that have got front side cars and turns better than their backside. So really what I should be doing is doubling the amount of drills until this feels much more comfortable. That's it, keep going round, get the balance. And again, I'm going to try and do some slides, little slides. See how that feels, if I can just lock it to do 90s. And it's not the smoothest, is it? But anyway, if it helps you figure out something and do a drill, that's all good stuff. So from Kickturns, it's that movement, tic-tacs, same thing, weight on, weight off, lifting up that front foot, getting used to lifting the front foot up and down, leading with the shoulder, hips will follow and the foot comes after. Yeah, look, wiggle, wiggle, tic-tacs, boom, boom, and you can gain speed. We used to trash wheels back in the 80s with our amazing tic-tac trick. Yeah, I shouldn't laugh, it's fun to do. There we go, I'm just showing you the weight on, weight off. There it goes. All of this helps get balance. Gain balance and gain confidence. See, just generating speed from nothing there. I'm going to beat the train. Oh, no. Hold it. No, I haven't got a lumpy arse. I've got padded shorts on. I'll tell you a story about that when I talk about protective gear in a future video. That's me trying to do a manual and have that side-to-side tic-tac motion going. It's really fun to try and do it. Let's leave it there for today. I think that's enough, isn't it? Starting and pushing. Getting a good balance on the board, keep those knees bent, keep that body weight down, you know, centre of gravity down, then get a good strong push, get the balance, keep the balance, because then you can heel drag as well. Starting and stopping adds confidence. Then carving, you know, understanding how that feels, understanding how that feels on the flat and on the walls in the transition, using it to generate speed. Then onto kick turns. Backside, front side, little slides, again all nice balance and feeling, rhythm, lifting it up and down the front of the board, and then tic-tacs, that lifting up and down the board, right? All of those foundational things go across the board. I'm learning them, I find it important, I want to share that with you guys too, so that we can all get it going and understand. Can't run before you can walk. Well, most people can't anyway. So yeah, we're not all Antoine Dixon and do a kickflip the first time we try it, sadly. Anyway, mind you, if we were, that'd be boring, wouldn't it? If it was easy, it would be boring, right? We like the challenge. That's why we're doing it, because we want to challenge ourselves physically and mentally. Speaking of mental challenges, next time we're going to be looking at doing drop-ins. A lot of people, that's a mental challenge. It's scary. You look at the ramp, well, it's not that high. And when you get up there, you're like, whoa, it's a long way, and you feel like you're in an Alfred Hitchcock movie. So we'll be doing that. First of all, though, manuals, hippie jumps, pumping, drop-ins, and then onto ollies. I know it's like a little bit disjointed, but I like to do transition and flat ground and mix them together as much as possible. Just think, oh, you know, because I don't know about you, I get bored a bit easy from constantly working on the same stuff. So I'll just do one thing for a bit and then do another thing for a bit, come back to it. Speaking of doing one thing for a bit and doing another thing for a bit, what do you think about this new format with I'm trying out with the voiceovers? Do you want to see that, or do you want to see a hybrid of everything coming together? I quite like the intros and the whatever we're doing now, summaries, I guess. I like that, so I'm probably going to keep that, and I'm probably going to keep a bit of both. So let's just see how it develops in the future. If you've got any criticisms or any suggestions, drop them in the comments, DM me, whatever, and I'll appreciate the input and probably take it on board. You know, we're all learning to do these vlogs, learning to skate, whatever it is. Okay, help each other, that's the key, and celebrate our successes and progressions with a pat on the back. Don't neglect yourself. Okay, everyone that subscribed, thank you very much. All new subscribers that have jumped on board, thank you very much, or jumped on board, thank you very much. And keep them coming. Stay tuned. I'm going to keep doing my best to bring these to you. And yeah, like I say, be in touch. Next time.